What is up, Aries? How y'all doing? Let's throw some more messages on the table for you guys for January. So this is going to be the last few situations and scenarios that I wasn't able to hit in the second round of January readings. I got to make sure I get everybody here, okay? Now, y'all know what to do if you need a personal reading. Just check the description of the video. That'll tell you everything you need to know. So let's jump into this. I actually want to start this off with the current long-term relationship. So if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship and the two of you are not experiencing problems, this is not for you. I know most of you know that, but there are some people that watch these videos that have no common sense whatsoever. So I just have to say that as a precautionary measure. Okay, so let's see what's happening in January between Aries and the current long-term partner. What's happening? What's happening? Uh-oh, Two of Swords. Okay. Hang on a second. Ooh, we got that karmic wheel in the upright there. And the Five of Wands. All right, looks like y'all completed your soul contract, man. Yup. Y'all completed your soul contract. Now, I don't know how long ago you completed your soul contract. It's kind of different for everybody. But one thing that everybody kind of shares is that once a soul contract is complete, the energy starts becoming more and more tense between you and the person because it's designed to push the two of you apart. Because once you complete one contract, it's time to move on to the next one. But we never pay attention to that in the beginning. And if you fight against that, you're just going to keep looping around and looping around and looping around and looping around and repeating a toxic karmic cycle over and over that just continuously gets increasingly worse and more toxic as time goes on. Because, like I said, it's designed to push the two of you apart. So I think there's a part of you, I don't know, you don't know whether or not you want to stay or go. Not really making a decision. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. I also have Taurus. Some of you dealing with a Cancer. Okay, it's starting to become a very, very heavy burden that's weighing on you very heavily. But you're still not really making a decision. You don't really know what the right decision is. Some of you kind of feel like you're dealing with a double-edged sword. So it doesn't matter what decision you make. It feels like it's going to be the wrong one. So I think you're a little bit scared. You don't know what to do. I feel like I'm making the wrong decision if I stay. I feel like I'm making the wrong decision if I leave. So you're overthinking this, which is not something that you normally do. And you're driving yourself insane. So, okay, some of you are dealing with a Leo. All right, well, let's see how the current long-term partner feels about you. Let's see what their energy looks like. How's the current long-term partner feel about Aries? They do love you. They do have feelings for you. They do. They feel the same way. Same way you feel. They really don't want to walk away, but they're preparing for this to come crashing down at any given time. Plus, they don't trust you. So they love you, but they don't trust you. Figure that one out, right? They wish things could go back to the way they were back in the day, but I don't think this person has a clue how to actually go about doing their portion of the work that it would take to make that happen. Now that trails off into a totally different topic. I don't have time to dig all that up. That'll just distract us. But yeah, they don't really want to walk away from this, but they don't really have the faith that it's going to survive 2025. They're preparing for the worst. Some of you dealing with a Gemini, we got the Lovers reversed here. So they do love you, but they don't quite feel as strong of a connection with you as they used to. Not quite. All right, well, since we got the Two of Swords in your energy and the Two of Wands in their energy, that gives us the outcome. So no decision being made one way or the other. Let's get the advice. What's the best advice? Oh, man. This is getting down to crunch time here, honestly. Yeah. It's getting down to crunch time. It's pretty much getting to the point now where there's very, very little room for improvement. Very little room. You would have to have... The analogy that I like to give is... Imagine that you are training to run a marathon, okay? Now that's some hard fucking work and dedication, okay? But even if you're dedicated to it, that's fine. But with a situation like this, you have to have another person who's also willing to put forth the same work as you. In order to rewrite a new soul contract, that's basically what has to happen. So if we don't have firm, solid... fucking cooperation between both of you, I don't really foresee this making it to fall 2025. And I'm being real generous when I say fall. I'm trying to stretch it out as much as I possibly can. This energy right here, honestly, more realistically, I think for the majority of you that resonate with this message, I doubt it'll make it through summer. So, yeah, you can do it your way or you can let the universe do it its way. But as long as the energy stays on the track that it's on right now, it's more than likely going to happen one way or the other. And again, it's nothing on you. I'm not coming down on you and saying that you're doing something wrong. When it comes to a relationship, there is no one thing that somebody can do that'll fix the whole relationship. It don't work that way. And I do get that question fairly regularly. What can I do to fix this connection? Nothing. Nothing. It don't work that way. It's not on you. And it's not all on them either. It requires cooperation between both of you. So, okay. All right, well. Let's see what's going on now with those of you who just recently connected with a new person. What's happening between Aries and the new person? New person Aries just recently connected with. You did not just recently connect with a new person. This is not for you. Let's see, Hierophant reversed. So first thing I'm seeing is that some of you are dealing with somebody that's not very spiritually awake. Not really. Could be a Pisces for some of you. You're having a hard time connecting with this person. I don't think they're on the same spiritual level as you. And it kind of seems like there are some blockages here in this connection. Some challenges, some obstacles, some blockages between the two of you, you know? Like, for example, you could have conflicting work schedules. Some of you may be dealing with somebody at a distance. Whatever it is, whatever blockages there are, it's a little difficult to see whether or not both of you are working together as a team to overcome those blockages. But I think the biggest thing here is that you're having a hard time connecting with this person because they're not really on the same spiritual level as you. And in the beginning, that's no big deal. But the more time goes on, when you're spiritually awake and another person is not, the closer the two of you get, the more tension that starts to build. In the beginning, it's okay, it's a new person, you're just meeting them. But the closer you all connect, man, when you're spiritually awake and you're dealing with somebody that's not, the deeper you try to connect, the harder it is to have a conversation with them, And I don't understand how anybody does it. I don't get it. Now, I do know what it's like to be with somebody that is not very spiritually evolved, but at least they were open to it, I've done that before. The person that I dealt with wasn't very awake, but was open to it, had an open mind, and was open to learning, and that was hard enough. But to be with somebody that's completely closed off and can't even comprehend and isn't even willing to take anything beyond this 3D matrix into consideration, I don't see how the fuck anybody does that. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life. I ain't shitting you. But just for those of you wondering, nobody's getting ghosted. Nobody's abandoning this. So if you're wondering whether or not this person's ghosting you, I don't know if you're wondering that. No, they're not. And I don't think you're abandoning this either. You're still kind of waiting around, seeing if things are going to improve. Okay. I don't think this person's playing games with you, though. That's the good thing. They may be a little bit immature. This person may have a little bit of a childish side to them. I don't know. It kind of seems, because we got the King of Wands and the Page of Wands right next to each other. The King of Wands is very serious and very mature. The Page of Wands is very immature and childish. So they may kind of fluctuate back and forth, but at least I don't think this person's playing games. Looks to me like so far they have every intention of settling down and being with you. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Also have Taurus and Sagittarius here. Also have Libra. Well, let's dig their feelings and intentions up a little bit deeper. What are their feelings and intentions at the deepest level? New person the Aries just connected with. What are their feelings and intentions at the deepest level? King of Coins. The King of Coins, like I said, I ain't playing games. This person's very serious. Five of Pentacles again. No, this person has no plans of ghosting you. But the Lover's card reversed again. So they're having a hard time connecting with you. High Priestess reversed. So it was the Hierophant reversed in the last spread. High Priestess reversed in this spread. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess are masculine and feminine counterparts. Kind of like the Emperor and the Empress, So, yeah, this person does want to settle down with you. But we have the Seven of Swords down here. I don't know what to say about that. I think this is going to be one of those rare occasions where the Seven of Swords isn't a negative thing. This is one of the most controversial cards in the entire tarot, because the Seven of Swords is the liar, the cheater, the thief. But everybody always has to come out the woodwork and say, well, it's not always a negative card. I know that, but 95% of the time it is. Now, this is one of those 5% of the times where I don't think it is, just because I keep getting all these kings in the upright. I get a bunch of kings in the upright. The kings in the upright ain't playing games. They're not fucking with you. They're not manipulating you. They're not playing with you. So I'm not sure what to think about this, to be honest with you. Anyway, though, no, I don't think their intentions are bad. I really don't. But they're having a hard time connecting with you, just like you're having a hard time connecting with them. Because I think, honestly, you all speak two very different energetic languages. Okay, well, Let's get the advice on this situation. What's the advice on this situation? 3 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. Well, this is so tricky and so slippery because the only problem here is that the deeper you try to dig, you're hitting a rock. You're not really able to dig very deep with this person because y'all just aren't on the same level. I can't think of very many times I've had to give this advice. And honestly, I really don't know how to give this advice. But when it comes to trying to be with somebody that's not really on the same spiritual level as you, you can't make somebody awaken. You can't make somebody understand something that they're not prepared to comprehend. That's the thing. That's one of the trickiest parts about the spiritual path, you know, is that when you first start to awaken and expand your consciousness and start learning how to play with energies and whatnot, the first thing you want to do is start screaming it from the rooftops and getting everybody else to understand it. Well, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to fucking understand it because they're too busy creating their little experience, you know, and their experience is built on the bullshit illusions of this matrix. And if that's what they're dedicated to experiencing, they're not going to want to listen to you. And there's a lot of people out there who just they're not evolved enough to understand what you're saying. So you really have to just kind of pay attention to who's receptive to awakening past this physical reality. Because not everybody is. That's what I would dedicate January to if I was you. It's just to seeing how receptive they are. You know, that's about all you can do. Now this is the thing. Once you pick up that little bit of receptiveness, you know, then that's good. And that means we can make progress if they're open to it. If their mind is open and they're willing to learn, they're willing to explore new things, they're willing to change beliefs if handed new evidence and stuff like that, then, but you got to figure that out first. That's what I would pay attention to in regards to this person. If not, though, if they're just completely closed off and they're just stuck in the 3D human game and they're either unwilling or completely incapable of seeing anything beyond the 3D game, you're in for not a fun experience. Let's just put it like that. Okay. What else? I think I've read everything now for January. Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take one more look at the person from the past. Because I don't think I did that for the bonus. So let's go ahead and take another look at the past for the Aries people inquiring about somebody they dealt with in the past. Let's see, oh, 9 of Swords. Five of Wands reversed. So this person does want to clear the air with you, but they're afraid that you're still mad at them. Yeah. Yep. They're afraid you're still mad at them. They're contemplating it. They are contemplating reconnecting with you, but they're scared. They're afraid you're still mad at them. So it's kind of looking like the way they're feeling, they're starting to lean more into the idea that they have no choice but to move on from this because they don't want any more drama. They don't want to put themselves in a situation where you're just going to be mad at them. I guess I don't know any other way to explain that, you know? So, okay. Some of you dealt with a Leo, possibly. Okay. Especially if they did. Now, some of y'all dealt with somebody that fucked you over. And yeah, I do think they feel kind of stupid for that. I do. They feel kind of stupid for it. I think they realize they messed up. But are they planning on changing their ways? That's the question. We're all capable of change, but it just seems like change is something that most people don't like to do. Let's see this person's deepest intentions and feelings for you. Star card. Queen of Swords reversed. Death card. So they haven't moved on from this. No, they haven't. I think I'm not 100% convinced that they would be willing to actually like swallow their ego. Because, okay, so reconciliation happens in stages, okay? So the first stage would be to apologize, okay? Like, let's say I fucked you over, okay? The first thing I would have to do is apologize, okay? That's a big pill to swallow, okay? The second stage would not just be to apologize, but it would be to actually open up and be honest about why I did what I did, and I'm honest about it. Like, yo, I got a problem. I got this shit I've been dealing with, and I just completely handled it the wrong way. And, you know, I got a fucking problem that I'm struggling on working with, you know? That's the second stage. And then the third stage would be actually fucking working on it. Meaning, whenever I find myself in a situation that triggers whatever my little issue is, I'm actually fighting that emotional trigger or that response to go do something stupid, you know, and I'm actually putting forth the work in the moment in real time. That's the third stage. That's hard ass work, dude. That's hard work. That is hard work. Very hard. So I'm not 100% convinced that this person has it in them to swallow that big of a pill. They do realize they messed up. Yes, they regret it. Yes, they feel stupid. But are they willing to swallow that pill, that ego pill, to apologize, open up and be honest about their bullshit, take accountability for their bullshit, and then work on it? I'm not convinced of that. Not convinced of it. Not really. Some of you dealt with a Virgo in the past. I also have Aquarius and Cancer here. Oh, I got Scorpio there too. All right, well, let's get the advice. What is the advice? My deck's getting a tood. How about this? What's the advice for Aries? Ooh, Ace of Swords. Well, if you're wanting communication, it's probably going to have to be you that does it, first of all. Page of Wands reversed, though. Page of Swords, Seven of Swords. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, yeah, see, like I said, if you want communication, it's going to have to be you that does it. But here's the thing, like I said, yes, they realize they messed up. Yes, they regret it. Yes, they feel stupid. But do they regret it enough to open up about it and change it? I don't think so. So if you communicate with this person, manage your expectations. Because if you have really high expectations, hoping that this person cares enough to open up and take accountability, you're going to be disappointed. The only thing that you could really do that might increase the chances, and I'm wording that very carefully. I'm not saying that this is going to guarantee anything, but increase the chances that this person might open up and be vulnerable is for you to open up and be vulnerable first. But you got to be rock fucking solid, because you got some problems too. Yeah, you do. We all do. We all regular ass humans. Okay, I know there's some people, especially in the spiritual community, who like to pretend that they float on a cloud and fart rainbows. That's bullshit. We all regular ass humans. We all got our little red flags. We all got a little toxic trait here and there. We all got shit we need to work on. Any human out there that thinks they don't have anything they need to work on, I promise you, you're the problem. We all do. So the only thing that you could really do to maybe increase the chances that this person might feel safe opening up and taking accountability is for you to do the same thing, but you do it first. There's no guarantee. There is no guarantee, but are you rock solid and secure enough with yourself to do that first? That's the question. Now that's just advice. Again, there's nothing guaranteed. I'm not saying that if you do this, then they're going to let their guard down and open up their heart to you. They may not. Are you willing to take that chance? That's an open-ended question. I'm not saying you should be or you shouldn't be. It just depends on what you're willing to do. Are you willing to go to the ends of the earth and do anything in the world to try to, see if you can rebuild something with this person? If so, then you might want to take that into consideration. If not, though, if you choose to reach out to this person, I would do it with as little expectations as possible. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.